Welcome to Weekend Wanderlust. Join Gume, myself Stephanie, our dogs Henry, Max and Sheila, and sometimes our teenagers as we go on adventures that include hiking, camping, kayaking, and even flying. Join us as we travel along. We are so glad you are here. Good morning. We are at Longhorn Cavern and we're going to go on a cave tour which starts in like 5 minutes. So here we go.
What did he tell you about this room?
Nothing.
No.
So this is the original building from the that was built by the CCC, and we'll talk about that here in a little while. Our cave is waterborne. In other words, a river flowed through and created the cave. There are some stalactites and stalagmites, but not as many as you might think because of the river going through there and subsequent floods. Our cave is a horizontal cave, not a vertical cave. So you're going to glide down into 120 feet. Wow. We're going to look down to 130 feet. Are we ready? There are 52 steps going down. There are 52 steps going up. A couple of questions that people ask. Is it dark in the cave? Yes, it is, until I turn the lights on. I'll turn the lights off as we go through, and so if you're caught way behind, you might get caught in the dark. That's why we ask that you stay together. It's cold in the cave. Is it? Yeah. Not really. It's 68 to 70 degrees year-round in our cave. Doesn't matter how hot or how cold it is up here, it's still going to be 68 to 70 degrees down there. As we approach the cave opening, you will notice it. Everybody ready? Let's go. And they could, it didn't matter if they were highly educated or not educated at all. It didn't matter. They worked down here for $30 a month and had to sign on for 6 months. They lived with the Army. The Army pretty much oversaw them, so it was very much like being in the Army. They had $5 each month to play with. 25 of that 30 had to go home by federal law to their families, so they could feed their families. That was the whole purpose. As you can see, they're working hard by hand. No power tools here. A little bit of dynamite, and I'll show that to you later. They worked 8 hours a day, something they never experienced. They had, if they had a job, it was many hours a day for a lot less. So these guys, they thought they were living high off the hog, as it was told. So this is an ancient, I show this to all my guests. It's not really part of the tour, but this is a old formation that was probably damaged in a flood or that raging river I spoke of. An example of a flowstone up close. If you walk by, you can stand under here and kind of look what it looks like under here. That's the rock. They were playing down here, and it was playing over the radio in San Antonio. This is called, I got anybody? I do, come on in. So, remember the CCC we talked about over there named all of our rooms. Most of those names we have kept. So, they named this room the Moon Room.
There's one advantage to being short.
Sure. CCC dug this with dynamite from the very top down to the bottom at 60 feet in depth from top to bottom. They did this to haul. This was all open to the environment at one time. CCC came in 1934 and built that